am at a Goodwill in Niagara Falls now, and we're gonna see what it's like in there. Let's go. Is this windy here? Actually, the wind just died. Doorbell when you in there. Okay, let's see. The music's so loud, so I'll have to do a voiceover. But there's purple is half off. This was a pretty small Goodwill, so I just kind of browsed the aisles a little bit. But I did notice the stack of artwork there, so that's what I'm going to first. And I'm just kind of seeing what they have. There was actually a lot of good artwork. That was a nice print, I think, there. Okay, so this was a nice oil painting. It was a little on the amateur side, but I liked it, and it was very good price there. All the artwork here was really good prices. I was actually surprised at the prices here. I actually would have bought some of the pieces here, except I did not want to have to travel with them. But I am showing here what I would have gotten. And I would have gotten this painting and sold it locally or something, but it's by Montague Dawson. It's a real painting there. It's really well done. Probably done by either a student or someone that reproduced the painting. There's some really good art here, actually. I really liked this painting, another oil painting with flowers, I think magnolia flowers, and I would have picked up that also. $8 for this. It's so pretty. We don't have stuff this nice in Southern California. So pretty. I definitely would have picked this one up. Very well done. And again, there's good prices on that too. I'm just contemplating and looking at them. Table is $3.99. That's a cool looking table too. So here I'm just looking at the baggies, which everyone calls the baggies, but I'm looking at the bags. That was kind of cool, a little thing from the Titanic Museum. I love the Titanic, so I was looking at that. I like the Titanic, but I don't need that. Those metal tins are fun. There's only a few of them, so I'm not getting that. If I was at home, I would have gotten these Precious Moments figurines. I think there's a mix of figurines and stuff in this bag. But the items in there are probably about $8 to $12 or so each. And the bag was about $8. This is a pink depression glass platter. I would have picked that up. Very pretty. And I've seen those at times. They're not highly valuable, but they're still really nice to find. And here I'm just looking for cool glasses like I like to do, and I probably would have gotten these too, even the clovers. I just like clovers in Ireland. I'm just kind of looking at the different glasses. So I was trying to figure out what these were. They weren't that special, so I put that back. It's kind of fun going over the shopping. So I liked this cup. I think I might even have one already still. I like Snow White, so I put that in the cart. It was $3 though. They did price the mugs up a little bit.
Look what I found.
Oh, this was funny. Being in New York, I find a Los Angeles mug.
Pretty valuable, so I'm gonna have to look it up.
And I think they priced this one up a little bit. And I didn't really want to bring mugs home. But again, those were ones I probably would have picked up at home. I like to find mugs, though, for $1 or $2. And I think those were both $3 or so. Oh, this I was just looking at stuff probably my son would like. I think he liked something like that before. And we've been watching a lot of SpongeBob lately. And I've been watching it too with him. The old Sorry game, I like that game. And then I wanted to see what this was. Now I looked up the value and it didn't have a lot of value, but it looked cool. Yeah, Amusement Land. Reminded me of Candyland. I wonder if it's a similar type game. See, I put that in the cart. I was considering it. I really liked that. I did put it back. I don't think the value was that much, but I wasn't sure about it. I put it down and I ended up looking at it again too. They didn't have a lot of items on the shelves, and they didn't have a lot of shelves for all the hard goods, so I just looked at what they had. I did also look at, oh, I liked that picture. I did also look at the handbags, and there wasn't really anything there. I like to find this type of stuff, and I might have gotten these as well. They're only worth like $10 to $15 for these two. So I don't need those mugs. Not enough for me to pack these and ship them. Some books. It's a small Goodwill. Maybe a Madonna record. Let me see. I heard some people talking about it actually. Oh, and a Prince record. Let me look at these. What's the year? It's ripped though. I want to put these in the cart. Who is this? Don't know. I'm gonna look at that too. So I went through a bunch of these records. It was actually kind of fun to find recognizable names that had actually decent value. They were only $1.99 a record, so that was pretty cool. So I was just looking at ones that had potential, and again, I had to pack these in my carry-on bag, so I could only pick out my favorites. I actually used to have that Pavarotti's record, and that one I like, Christmas. Yep. It's fun seeing ones from my own collections over the years. German sing-alongs. And I did find a bunch of German records. I was very tempted to get them. A pile of records I'm gonna check here, and we'll see which ones I'm keeping. Okay. Let's see what else. Liberace now. Liberace now. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just recognize some of these. Liberace. The Night Before Christmas. Goldie Hawn Chevy Chase. That's funny. Huh. I'm watching this, and I think right there a moment ago that was maybe a Johnny Cash record. I like Mozart. Maybe. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm gonna look this up now. I found a whole collection of Babysitter's Club books. I actually heard another woman talking about them and asked her if she didn't want them. And I put them all in my cart, but I did end up putting them back because I didn't want to have to ship them back home. And there was a bunch of other books I wanted to get to. But instead I'm going through the records here. So for these two records, let's see the rest. The records that are worth keeping, this Madonna one, Doobie Brothers, this one just because it's cool, and Purple Rain, but it does have some damage, so I'm a little bummed about that. But these are all good. And they're only $1.99. So let's go look at the holiday section. And I would have gotten these books, but I don't want to have to ship them home. But this is probably worth $50 to $70 maybe. So yeah, that would have been really cool. And these are also anywhere from, like, I would guess like 7 to 10 each. Raggedy Ann books and Sesame Street books. That's also cool. I would have gotten that. What are these? Some other kind of, there's a lot of sets here, which is pretty cool. Let's look down here. It's a newer one. It's pretty. That's cute. Beauty. Beauty. Oh, this is cute. I like that. Okay, it's chipped right there. So cute. I'd have gotten that even if it was chipped. Front, it's broken. Now, are these old or made to look old? Those are pretty. Oops. Oh, thank you, God, for Mom. There's too many things right here. Virginia. Yeah, Department 56, is that? It's cute. Here are the more valuable records that I picked out, and one just because I like that. And I only paid $9, so I'll be packing these in my carry-on. Hopefully they'll fit. Anyway, ended up being a decent Goodwill trip. Just finding records that are hard to find in thrift stores. At least in Southern California, it's very hard to find them, and there's a lot of record stores available, so this was just kind of fun. Alright, thank you so much for watching.